Okay, so this is a match that I did before I had to go to work, and I ran into this player that was actually pretty good. So this is another live commentary that I'm bringing to you guys involving this match. I'm just gonna tell you guys what's exactly going on. As I'm seeing this guy, he's doing a lot of strikes and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, okay, it's his strike versus my grappling because that's basically what my person is. My person is basically a powerhouse, and that's basically how I pretty much consider myself as a powerhouse because I think power moves. I like power moves like the spine buster, the F5, and like stuff that is like big moves and stuff like that. But I don't like seeing it repeatedly, so I don't really like watch a lot of it. But so I'm just going in with my grappling and just try to slow him down a little bit as he's actually trying to strike against me. So, and I liked the gimmick that he had. I think he was like some type of MMA fighter or something like that. I think that's what the gimmick was going for. So I'm like, okay. So we're gonna see what this guy is really gonna try to do in this match. So we'll see. As I enter back into the ring, he tried to hit with a cheap shot, but end up countering that. He encounters me. So right now, this game was like basically this match was just basically a big counter fest. So I'm sitting there just like, yeah, this is what I like right here. I like where it's back and forth, where it's like it doesn't feel like somebody's over there trying to overpower you with the same move over and over and over again. But this guy was actually pretty good, and I actually liked it, everything that he was actually doing in this match. He was not trying to like do a lot of spams and stuff like that. As I'm sitting there like just trying to survive against this guy, he was coming at me with everything, and I'm just like, what do I do here? Because now I have no reversals at all to actually counter him with. But they regenerate. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just waiting for one of them to regenerate because normally I don't really go out like that. I don't really use all my reversals because sometimes if you do use all your reversals, then you're just sitting duck. So sometimes I'll save a few. But this guy right here, I don't know how he got that signature so quickly, but I'm thinking to myself, if he hits this, I don't know. But I ended up countering it, and I realized, okay, this guy, he has a corner signature, so I should be able to counter that easily. As I hit him with a DDT, and I was going to go for my own corner finisher or something like that, but I didn't even think about it. I was just like, you know what? No, forget it. He already has a reversal waiting for it, so he might counter it anyways. But this guy right here, he was just throwing finishers. He was throwing finishers and signatures. He was throwing finishers and signatures, and not even caring if they got reversed or not. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, at some point, I'm like, just trying to just put on a good match. As the guy missed, and of course I'm going to take advantage of the guy. I'm going to take advantage. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you missed your move, so I'm going to give you an opportunity to hit me again. Of course I'm going to take advantage of that stuff. I didn't move back. I didn't cheese him or anything. But the guy just going in like hit me with all types of moves. I'm sitting there like, yeah, this is actually a good match. As he does this little dirty move here, and this move right here really steamed me. So I really had to get the guy back for this because I mean, there's nothing more like embarrassing than this happening to you in the match. So I was like, okay, we gotta get this guy back. So I'm not about to let that slide. So I'm sitting there, so I'm like, okay, he's gonna hit me with a move like that. So I'm also the thing is, I'm about to get him to the corner move. I gotta get him to the corner to actually do one of my moves now. Because he hit me with one of those moves, I was like, nope, I cannot let something like that slide. So he's going for another Kinshasa, which I don't see why what's it name? Shinsuke Nakamura doesn't even have this as the original move. They keep putting him with the other one. That's not his original one. So he's going for something here. And I don't know. Just out of desperation, I ended up blocking it. So I'm like, okay, held on to that. Going for another Rainmaker DDT because, the weight detection is actually what takes over that whole entire what's the name I don't like about the weight thing. It's just like it only obligates you to one move, so it really felt like I was spamming a guy, but I wasn't. But so I'm just doing what I can. After I hit him with the beautiful spine buster, it's like one of my favorite moves to actually perform. But I put it as my signature because because like, there's nothing more more entertaining than actually seeing a spine buster, and that's one of my favorites. And as I'm trying to hit this top 1%er, but it got countered, so I'm like I just threw it out there because hey, he's throwing his arsenal out there, so I'm throwing mine, and this is what I was looking for. And I had to get him back for that last move, so I'm like going in for the stink face and everything else like that, letting them know like yeah. So now we even now. And most of the times I only use that on people that spams a lot, but since he hit me with that dirty move that Jack out here do people when he hits him with that humiliation move and he kicks him in the rear end, I was like, okay, I can't let that happen to me because that is like the most embarrassing thing to be happening in the match. And I don't see how wrestlers actually allow that stuff to happen. But he tried to keep up and hit me with a comeback, so I ended up countering that because I always wait for somebody to keep up. Because that's one thing I don't get about people. They all keep up while you're standing there, like you know you're gonna get hit with something else. I'll at least do when it's like least suspected, or do a wake up taunt or something. That's what I would do. I would do a wake up taunt or something, and then try to go for the comeback. And so that way it's just like it's too predictable. So that way, when it comes to you actually performing the move, you can actually 9 out of 10 you will probably get the comeback. And this is where I started to I was going to cheese him a little bit, but I was like, you know what? No. So far he's been playing fair right now, so we're gonna stick to the game plan. And I seen I had like 4.5 stars, so I'm just sitting there like, you know what? This is actually pretty good match. So I'm gonna just do whatever I can, no matter what happens. I'm just gonna sit here and just put on this match and just try to beat him cleanly because he's playing cleanly. And I say it to a lot of players. If you're playing me cleanly, I'm gonna play you clean back too. So I'm not gonna sit there and cheese as much. So that's what he was actually doing. He was bringing that perspective into the ring, and I hate that DDT that I kept doing, that I wasn't meaning to do because I was trying to go for like a pick-up move, but the weight detection took over. But that's one thing about the weight detection thing I don't like. They only obligate you just to one move. They should actually like have like a variety of moves for you to do, like for heavier opponents. So it's not just like you're feeling like you're spamming. And this guy right here, he started flicking off the crowd. I started to myself like, do not start this. Do not start flicking off the crowd and start being disrespectful when we had a good match going on right now. You're gonna sit there and do this type of stuff. But you know what? I don't think it was intentional, and nor do I care. I mean, he's just playing the game. He's just putting on a good show. Like, there's gotta be a heel. There's gotta be a good guy. There's gotta be a bad guy, like a face and a heel. So I don't know what role was he playing, but I know one thing. I'm just sticking to my elements and stuff like that. I'm just sticking to actually keeping this match fair. As I hit him with the spinning powerbomb, was another one of my favorite moves. I love to perform. I thought the match was over, but it kicked out somehow, some way. I wasn't gonna trip about it, but the thing is, I realized that he had resiliency on him, and he's not really using a lot of his auto reverse like everyone else does. He hits me with the curve stomp. I'm thinking to myself that the match is over because look how low my health is. My health is so low right now, and I was like, I didn't think I was gonna kick out. I ended up surprising him with a 1, 2 kick out at 2.5. I was like, how did I survive that? I don't know how I did, but that's when I thought to myself, I gotta post this match. This match, no matter what, win or lose, I gotta post this match. This guy right here was like so fair, and I gave him his props like after the match too. I literally told the guy good game and everything else like that, and he gave me and I told him I was posting it on YouTube. I hope he actually watches the match too. Watch it back and forth and see what happens, you know. So basically my main mentality was actually to get him to use his resiliency, so that way he couldn't. Because if I was going to sit there and hit him with a finisher, he was going to use resiliency and just get right out of it. So I'm like, I'm not going to hit him with the finisher so quickly. I'm not just going to just hit him with the finisher so quickly, so that way he could just resiliency his way out of it. So I'm just thinking of other ways to try to make him use it. So I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to actually get him to use the resiliency without using the finisher? Because if I took another big hit like that, the match would have been over, and I would have been done for. So I'm like thinking like I cannot allow this guy to use resiliency while I got a finisher, that I got to build up another finisher, and then I don't know how much I would have been able to take. But we hit him with this corner spear, and then I'm literally thinking about going for the Bronco Buster, but it missed. He counters, because they always counter those type of moves anyways. So I get hit with this haymaker, and I love the animation to that haymaker. I love like the cell move to it, how it's sold and everything. It really looks like somebody actually got punched in the face, but that's actually good. So as I go for another move, but I was not expecting to do that. But remind you, this guy's probably like a heavyweight, or my guy's probably that can't lift him as much. This is where I got the idea of just going for a submission, but I was too close to the ropes, so I'm sitting there just like, okay. So we're gonna try to hit him with the submission to try to get him to tap out. So he's back there, he's camping back there with the strikes. He hits me with the super kick, and now it's just a submission match. We're just going in for submission, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm screwed here, because my guy does not have he doesn't have good defense with submissions. So he's going for another Kinshasa, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So I think to myself, oh, I can reverse this. This is nothing. I got hit with it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm done here. I'm done there. This not all together, but I noticed that the signatures, they don't delay the signatures, which I'm glad that they don't. So end up kicking out of that at one, end up reversing them right here, and I think is where I'm still going for the Rainmaker DDT, and this is like where I shocked myself, because I think this is where it happens, where I actually get into the what's the name, and then I go for the Dragon Cleaver. Guess what he does here? Instantly uses the resiliency, something that I wanted him to do. I wanted him to use the resiliency, so that way I don't have to worry about the finisher. So he's like, but then again, he's still trying to survive out here. He's fighting with everything he has. So I'm sitting there just like, okay. So I had one shot at this. If I would have missed this, the match would have been over for me. So I'm sitting there just thinking, I gotta shoot this out here. I gotta hit him with this beautiful rude awakening. 1, 2, 3, and the match was over. It was a good match. This guy right here, he earned my respect. Definitely, he earned my respect after a match like this. So I hope you guys like what you've seen. If you have, leave a like or comment. And remember, every little bit helps.